is the Riot Podcast. This is the Friday, December 23rd, Festivus Christmas Eve extravaganza.
The bestest. A happy, almost Merry Christmas to everybody.
Yeah. Can you guys believe this is the last that we'll be together until January 2nd?
Now, if you're a podcast listener, welcome. We have Worst of RIOT 2022 coming next week. So it's like our look back at some of our favorite things. So we'll be here with that, but just know we're back with a new show in the new year.
Yeah. Well, today was a wild show.
Did you have fun?
We let it all out, didn't we?
It was all good stuff.
We really did. We did a Festivus airing of grievances. We taste tested our last Riot food fight item. We had one box of Christmas cereal left, and so we taste tested that to try it out.
We're not going to eat Christmas cereal in January.
No, we're not.
Do you think our show would be healthier if we had the airing of grievances like once a month?
No.
So we could get stuff off our chest?
I don't know, Isaiah. Do you feel like if there's something that's bothering you, should you say it earlier than it festers?
It's
like
tough,
Hudson's choice?
Like, when you think about it, too, I think that no matter what you say, for the most part, like, I'm not going to change. It's like Hudson's. It's not like mine for Hudson's going to be that. Like he's just going to mix it up and all of a sudden fix it. You know.
I'm not going to spoil what the airing of grievances are amongst each other, but I think hearing one of them, you would have been like, well, okay, maybe I will try to change.
Oh no! I forgot what Hudson said. That's something I can work on.
You could.
I could work on that. For Hudson. I just don't think he's capable.
You want me to?
I don't think he has it in him.
We'll see.
I guess we will.
I think I'd be better off if I did change.
You think so?
I think I'd be the opposite change of what you would want. But
I know.
I think I'd be better off for it.
Well, we talk about that. We do also cover some of our favorites from this past year. So I know we hit our favorite movies. Is that an impressive list or not? You'll have to find out.
Yeah, come back to me in March on that.
Yeah, and see what
my favorite movies of this year were.
See if we have anything better.
I can finally watch them all.
Well, we hope you guys have really, truly a wonderful Merry Christmas, and thank you for spending your holiday time. I know it's busy, so hopefully this podcast helps you out during this season.
Yeah, and I know I keep thinking of this time of year is I have such a hard time being sincere.
Oh, you are sincere. What do you mean?
No, like saying anything sincere. Like this is the time of year,
it doesn't come off as weird.
You have to genuinely thank people and appreciate people. And although I have genuine feelings, I often feel that if I say them, I come off as either being sarcastic or insincere.
You're doing it with your voice, or do you think it's...
I think we just are every other moment of the day.
Yeah, right. The bar is set for me to be not truthful and sarcastic all the time. So then when I actually want to say... I appreciate people who listen. I appreciate you guys doing the show with me. See, doesn't it sound like I'm making that up right now?
I get it. Yeah, of course.
He means it, and we all mean it. So enjoy the podcast.
Yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah, it does come off as insincere.
It does. So insincere. Merry Christmas, everybody. Hopefully everybody has a great day.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for listening.
See you guys.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, RadioU.
I'm going to ask you, and everybody can text in too and share their thoughts at 877-2-RADIO-U. We're at the end of 2022. What were your favorite movies that came out this year?
Of the year, and that's streaming, theaters,
anything,
whatever.
As long as it's a movie. We'll allow it.
That's a really good question. I feel like it's almost too big of a question, but I can't be the only one.
You sound like a politician right now.
I know, and it's going to get worse.
Answer.
It's going to get worse because I feel like I am slightly embarrassed about this, but I know I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
I've only gone to the movie theater one time.
Really?
This whole year?
One time
and it was
the
like
entire
a week
year.
ago.
I saw Violent Night.
And that's the only one you saw?
That's the only one. I wanted to go see.
For you.
I wanted to see the Top Gun one. I wanted to see Thor.
Yeah.
I wanted to see the Batman. And I just never did. And then in most of those, I didn't even see them on streaming.
So did you watch any? All right. So at the moment, Violent Night is number one by default.
By default, because I loved it. But I mean, is it the best movie of the year? Probably not. But I enjoyed, it made me remember that I enjoy seeing a movie sometimes more in a theater than just streaming.
Yeah. Isaiah, what's your answer?
See, I have two. I have a top two.
Okay.
Mine
How many times did you go to the theater?
I went to the theater twice this year.
Okay, so that's not much better
But
than
I
me.
saw movies. I saw new movies on all the streaming and stuff too, though. And so, but I will say, both the movies that I saw in theaters are both in my top 2.
Oh, what are they?
That is Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
And Avatar 2.
Wow.
Are my top 2 movies. And we're just counting movies that came out in 2022, right?
Yeah.
Not movies we saw for the first time in 2022.
No, that'd be a
why
lot
do you have
longer
a
of a
different?
list.
Do you have a
See,
different answer for
because
that?
mine would have been Shutter Island, would have been mine. Because I saw that for the first time like a month ago.
Just
and
gained
I was,
a little respect
and
for
it was a
you,
really good movie.
if you really liked that.
But those other 2 movies were my top new movies of 2022.
Well, Hudson, what do you got?
I, first of all, looking at the list of movies that came out in 2022, realize how disappointed I am in myself that there's so many movies I missed. Although I have set, and this is a goal, of watching a bunch of movies. Because, after today, I've got like a whole week and a half almost.
Yeah, what do you want to watch?
To catch up on stuff. And so I will be coming back on Monday, January 2nd with hopefully a whole bunch of movies under my belt. But I'll tell you, my favorite movie of the year so far is The Batman.
Oh, yeah.
That
The
one
Batman.
was really good.
Though I feel since it was earlier in the year, sometimes it feels like it was out a lifetime ago.
It was so long ago. When I had to look up a list because I didn't have one that initially came to mind. I knew the last movie I saw was Black Panther. I knew that wasn't my number one. I wasn't going to call it the best movie of the year, so I had to look back. And then when I saw, The Batman was this year, clear number one of everything I've seen this year. But again, a lot of blind spots, and you can count on me the next couple months to really ramp up all the movie watching.
So I think next week during our Worst of Riot 2022, that you'll be able to hear next week on RadioU. We get a few days off. I think I plan on watching Bullet Train, and I want to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once.
See, for me today, Knives Out, the sequel, comes out today.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to watch.
Well, that'll
That's
be
one of the
fun.
ones.
You
That
didn't
was-
see it in theaters then?
I did not see it in theaters, no, per usual.
Well, Netflix felt like they didn't want people to see that.
Yeah, they had it out for like a week in like November, like in select theaters, and then they didn't really have it
And
out.
I saw stories that movie theater owners were literally begging them, please let us show this more because people are actually coming to see it.
Yeah, but
People
they
don't
didn't
come
want
to see
to.
many movies, and they wouldn't allow it.
They
So-
keep things in theaters just for a bit, so it's there for award season, so it can be nominated for certain things. But that's
smart.
about it.
Yeah. Now, that was one that I want to see the first Knives Out first, and then I want to see Glass Onion, and I hope to watch both of those over this week. And
Before
also,
we return.
definitely got to watch Top Gun too.
Well, feel free to text at 877-2-RADIO-U. I know we gave you a lot of options. We didn't. But if you have a thought on what is your favorite movie from this year, let us know.
Your For You page would be a lot more fun if it had Hudson, Nikki, and Isaiah. Follow at RadioU Official on TikTok. The Riot. Radio U.
Why don't you sing a few bars for us right now?
Oh, no.
Come
we're not,
on.
Listen, we're not caroling. That's not what we're
yeah,
doing.
we just heard the whole thing.
Yeah.
I understand.
You guys ever go caroling?
No.
Nobody goes caroling. Another one of the things that you see in Christmas movies that never actually
So
happens
do
in
you
real life.
think they
lie.
did? Like
Back in the day?
People definitely did.
Do you think so, or
I don't know.
Because, I never, and I don't think my parents ever. So, what decade or generation
I feel like
did they go caroling?
do you guys know when Charles Dickens was alive?
Yeah, that time.
Yeah, what year was that?
I think that was like
That time.
1790.
No, hang on. We're gonna.
I don't even know who Charles
Whatever
Dickens
time-
is.
Isaiah, I
When he
remember
wrote the
sometimes I
Christmas
told
Carol?
you when we guess.
No.
It might
A
not
little
be
bit off.
It might not be the best. I'll look it up. Hang on. I'll go look.
That's when I think people went Christmas caroling.
But then I always
mean,
thought-
maybe that's just because his whatever most famous work is literally called the Christmas Carol.
A
but
Christmas-
I think that's when people caroled.
Because I always assumed there was some sort of like we would have during COVID time. It was caroling. You can't do that, or was there something
so
else
there was some
going
event
on?
like the Black Plague or
Some sort
something
of
that stopped
plague.
people from caroling.
Yeah.
It said that people stopped Christmas caroling in the 1640s.
1640.
That's what I've got here in front
I
of me.
don't believe that.
So
at
It
all.
says.
A Christmas Carol came out in 1843, and I feel like, I guess in 1800s.
Yeah, that
So
sounds.
probably when maybe cars came about.
Here it says 1880, people began caroling.
Well, then which
All right.
is it?
Yeah, we can't
Well, we've
believe
got a lot of
anything
different
you're
numbers
reading.
here. What do you want from me? It's just
Where are
people
you
walking
finding
around
this
singing.
information?
Oh, I just Googled, did people actually Christmas carol?
When did people Christmas? And I think also more of stranger problems. I've said it before. When I was younger, my mom wouldn't let me walk around the neighborhood. Like we just weren't allowed to. And so I feel like Christmas caroling would have been the perfect time to snatch Nikki.
It would have been.
And
with a group of other people.
Yes,
that's the whole crew.
Yes.
And imagine today,
there's
like
predators just sitting there waiting for someone.
Yes.
To knock on their door on Christmas
the predator
Eve.
was in the caroling.
Yes. If someone knocked on your door and you opened it up and they wanted to sing to you, can you imagine the cringe level that you would get?
Yeah, nowadays.
I'd be like, get the heck. I mean, people would probably start taking videos. Think of all the videos. I mean, of the cringy caroling, that would be all over TikTok.
Yeah, but then again, people make their Amazon drivers dance for them on Ring doorbells. So who is to say they wouldn't also be like, sing a Christmas carol for me?
Well, let's see. An early version of caroling goes back to the 13th century. Didn't always involve Christmas or even singing. It was wassailing.
Yeah, that's a song.
Involved people going house to house, giving out well wishes during the colder months. So maybe you weren't actually singing, but you'd go and just greet your neighbors and tell them, hey, I hope things are going well.
And give me some figgy pudding.
Oh my gosh, is that where it all happened?
Yeah, that's what it's from.
That was it? You had to have figgy pudding?
Yeah, well, that back in those days, whatever days they were, that was a common thing with figgy pudding.
You know what happened nowadays is people would go around caroling, and then they'd come to the door, and then when they finished, they'd hold out one of those little cards for you to tip on. And they'd be like, would you like to tip? Would you like to tip?
The square register.
I could give you my leftover Halloween candy I still have, but that'd be about it.
Yeah, would you guys like a Milky Way?
I can't end this without telling you guys that I have been Christmas caroling once before.
But was it with your parents?
Yeah.
Or on your own?
No. What? You don't go solo
with
Christmas
some sort
caroling.
of group. It had to be
it was like, a large group.
Without your family making you go caroling.
No,
for sure.
My own choice? Heck no. I hated doing it when I did. And you know what was the worst was, this is when I was growing up, right? So this is not like in the city. This is rural Maryland. So it's like we're walking, like
you were in like a weird van or something?
No,
my
gosh, a white van, a passenger van.
Like it's a while between houses.
Yeah.
And these are houses that don't expect people to come to the door because they're in the middle of nowhere. Not a great experience.
It sounds terrible. If someone knocked at my door, I think I'd be upset. Like I'm watching a movie. I really don't want to listen to you guys sing. I feel awkward. I'm just standing here. I'm trying to hold my dog back as he's trying to jump on you all.
Well, that's why you're hiding in your house, pretending like you didn't hear him and you're not at home.
That's why I have my dog, to scare people away.
If you look at the people and you see a group of people that look too nice standing outside your door, that means they're trying to sing to you and don't answer.
Well, are you going to go? We'll have to talk in a few minutes about, does anybody else, I'll just say this and then we can talk about it in a moment.
Yeah.
I feel like tomorrow's Christmas, and I feel like today is Christmas Eve.
Oh, yeah. I want to hit that, too.
If you're going a wassailing tonight, please let us know. And how does it go, and is it weird?
And can we avoid you? How can we do it?
Give us your map.
We'll hit that all next.
Hey, they're already eating anyways. Might as well do it on the show. The Riot with Nikki and Hudson. Radio U.
Happy Christmas Eve. It's tough to remember that, isn't it?
Well, and I don't know, Isaiah, maybe it was because this whole entire last month you've been saying that Christmas is on a Saturday. But
I have been.
At this point, now that we're here at Christmas Eve, I feel like tonight's Christmas Eve and tomorrow's Christmas. And I know we have to go to Sunday, but I feel like we're off, maybe because we're so like Christmas celebration today or something.
Yeah, no, you're right. It doesn't feel... Christmas on a Sunday just should... It
feels weird.
It's wrong.
It's super weird. I agree. Like, what the heck am I supposed to do tonight?
Tell it why it feels the weirdest.
Why, it's on Sunday?
No, because, no one wants it on a Saturday or a Sunday.
No.
Yeah.
Because you
don't get a day off.
Yes, that is the top reason
ridiculous.
Why. But I was wondering, do you have any, Christmas Eve traditions? You do anything special the night before?
I haven't had a big chance of going around looking at lights yet. So I think that maybe tonight I'll do that. And then tomorrow I'll do my other non-Christmas Eve traditions. I don't have any. And then we'll just wait till Sunday to do everything big. So maybe Christmas lights tonight.
For me today, I'm 2 days out from Christmas, 1 day out from Christmas Eve. I'm trying to lock down a last-minute girlfriend for Christmas.
Oh,
you are not.
You might be a little late.
I'm going to try to
Christmas
meet somebody
Eve
tonight, and then if I can go out and meet somebody, I'll be like, do you want to come to Christmas Eve stuff tomorrow.
You need to go ice skating or to the zoo or some sort of Christmas
I
lights.
don't know if you know or not, but Sunday's a big day. My family's going to be real disappointed if I show up alone again.
I think the only way you're going to get that, and this is straight from like one of those Hallmarky movies, is if you happen to come across someone who's had car trouble and the local mechanic is not able to get the part in until after New Year's.
That is the only way.
And she needs a place and she needs a family for this Christmas, and she'll be happy to come over on Sunday.
I guess I'll be driving around the highway tonight.
Or here's another idea for you. You go out Christmas shopping, right? It's going to be madness. Shelves are going to be bare. You just stand near something it seems like a lot of people want. And when like a cute girl comes over, you guys both reach for the same thing at the same time. And then be like, no, it's okay.
You have it.
And
that,
yeah.
You have to show on Sunday, though.
Yeah. You need it more than I do.
You can tell her when you're actually into the relationship then that you lied and you weren't even there for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I didn't need that at all.
So yeah, my line will be, you have any plans for Sunday? You want to go on a date or something Sunday? I don't know if you're busy.
Well, listen,
it'll be a good day for us.
I was mad that we have tomorrow and then Christmas, but I feel like you do need that extra day.
I need
do.
that time. This is my last ditch effort here.
It's no problem. In fact, you just leave the show and go look right now.
Who's ready for the Hail Mary, the buzzer beater?
Last minute play.
Good luck to you.
The Riot with Hudson and Nikki on Radio U.
And Nikki, it's Christmas Eve. Everybody's, got their own way of celebrating. And I noticed in the break room, you're searching for a little treat.
Yeah, I thought, let's treat ourselves on this special morning.
Special occasion. Now, you've been on a pretty strict diet.
Yeah, I don't eat anything fun.
Yeah, but you did today.
Well, you want to know how
Would you
I let
like to
loose?
share?
All right, so someone brought in a bag of these potato chips. In fact, Isaiah brought it in. Is it still in here?
No, I had to get it out of here. I was eating too many of them.
Which is why I was influenced. Are you going to make fun of what you saw me have?
Yes.
I had one chip.
Nikki,
You had one chip?
I had one chip. I allowed myself to have one chip.
One chip.
What do you say? Whoop-de or...
Hoop-de-doo?
Hoop-de-doo?
Yeah.
I had one chip.
Not only did you have one chip, here is where, and I guess this isn't as bad because Isaiah also has dug into the chips since you opened the entire bag.
I
the
did.
bag
One
was
chip.
closed. On a Friday, when everybody's going to be out, there's hardly going to be anybody in the building for an entire week.
I know.
That bag of chips is not going to be finished off unless somebody scarfs it down.
Well,
like
Nene's
Isaiah.
going to be here this afternoon.
Why can't I have the one chip? Why don't I deserve the one?
You can have one chip, but that whole bag of chips may go to waste because you had to have one.
No, because I let some air in it. It's fine.
They're going to go stale.
It was great. And I said maybe I'll have one more chip when the show's over. And then I don't even have to worry because Isaiah had a ton. So it's
I
fine.
did eat a lot
I
of
guess you did
chips. They're
negate.
so good. They're like one of my
Negate the
favorite
situation.
chips. So, and they're
They
tiny.
are.
They're such little chips, so I'm shocked.
They're
Are
not.
those the kettle ones?
They're Cape Cod.
The good old kettle cooked baby.
Yeah.
The company that has like the lighthouse on it or something.
Not just any chips. Cape Cod chips. They are good.
Your problem is I opened the bag even though I was only planning on having a chip.
Yes, you opened an entire bag of chips, a party size, I believe it says. And you had one chip.
And I also rifled through it because I wanted to pick the best
Yes,
one.
she did. She did.
So let me get it. If I'm going to do one, I'm going to get a good one.
I did.
I'm going to get the nice big one.
Because I wanted one that was folded over quite a few
have
times.
to get the fold.
I
Those
wanted
are
that.
good.
So.
The folded one, the crunch of a folded chip.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. If you want to hop on over to Radio U in the break room, we have a pretty good size of kettle chips left over that Isaiah and I have touched those chips.
This is a preview of the conversation you're going to have with your mom when you leave family Christmas. And she's like, this food is going to go to waste if you don't take some with you.
Yes. Okay, that's it. Because your mom would be different. Your mom would just give you the chips anyway.
Yeah, she better take them. Just
These
take them.
bag of chips, we're not going to eat them here. You got to take them with you. Or
Your dad doesn't need them. Your dad does not need them.
That's what they said.
Every time. If you leave this here, then Dad's just going to have to eat the whole rest of the pie.
Uh-huh.
It's like we're a family.
He does not need that. All right, well, somebody's got to go take care of the chips. Maybe it'll be me.
While Isaiah is wishing for a girlfriend, Nikki and Hudson are just wishing for any friend at all. The Riot. Radio U.
We're getting to the end of the year. We need to look back at our best food fights of 2022.
So I went to RadioU Riot on our YouTube channel. And if you go to playlist, you can find our Riot Food Fights
that's a good
playlist.
way
I'm
to
on the
do
same
it.
thing right now,
So
scrolling
I thought,
along.
why don't we go back and I'll just name a few and you guys can say, yeah, it was awesome or no if you hated it.
Okay.
Do you remember the espresso M&Ms?
Was that?
That was you two.
You remember those? It was me and you.
Yeah. Those
You
are pretty. Those are surprisingly decent.
Do you
they're
remember
all right.
the, let's see, Philly cheesesteak Pringles?
Yes.
Those were good.
I remember doing that. The
There
Philly
was-
cheesesteak were super oniony.
I didn't like those
peppery.
ones, but there was another one that we tried with those. Forget what the
hot
flavor
honey,
was.
the hot honey.
Hot
The
honey.
hot honey I liked.
Yeah, those are good.
August Burns Red, we did a food fight with their hot sauce that a listener sent us. And I remember because then Isaiah went home that day.
It wasn't my favorite food fight we did.
That's right.
It was
And,
not my favorite.
I remember that because that was what spawned the chicken nugget boom in our freezer.
Yes.
Ever
Yeah.
since then, I believe
had
we've had a
'em.
constant bag of chicken nuggets, which has been
It's been
quite
good.
nice. Yeah.
Let's see. Remember the Cheetos Bolitas?
Those were fire.
Those were
Those were
good.
good. Fire.
Pretty good.
We did pumpkin spice goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Stranger Things pizza. Do you remember those?
That was actually the Stranger Things pizza was good.
That was
It
delicious.
Remember that?
I remember. I forgot about it, but now that you bring it up, I remember that being real good.
Yeah.
But then when I bought it and tried to make it at home, it did not turn out as well.
It wasn't
I was
as
not as
good.
pleased.
Let's see. We did ketchup and mustard Doritos. I think those are pretty popular. We tried, I think this was earlier in the year, but Coca-Cola had a few of their, their artsy sort of beverages.
Yeah, what did they
Like
call
Dream
that?
World was
Dream
one of
World
them.
one.
That one was, I remember that one being
They
pretty
had
good.
the marshmallow one
The
that didn't
marshmallow
taste like
one.
marshmallows. I have here, because we've gone through several, and you haven't mentioned any of my favorites.
Which ones?
The peppermint frosty from Wendy's.
Oh, you did like
Yeah,
that.
that was real good. Think back to this one. You guys remember when we had the cinnamon toast crunch spread?
Oh, that's
yeah, that
good.
was
Wasn't
good.
that good?
That was
Oh
good.
my gosh, they sell a giant jar of that at Costco.
A giant one?
It's a huge jar, like bigger than even a
man.
peanut butter jar.
Yeah.
That spread stuff. If you find any cereal spread, like that's good stuff.
That'll make me happy. And the other one that I really liked was around that same time, the Nitro Pepsi.
That's one of mine.
Yes,
that
wasn't
one
that
is
good?
one of mine.
Do you guys have any other favorites? Because I've got also one that, looking through the list, I had a strong reaction to as one that I was upset about.
Well, I will say it looks like we tried a lot of Krispy Kreme donut collabs that they did. Outside of that, it seems like it's the traditional stuff. A lot of Mountain Dew. We did Purple Thunder.
Yeah.
From theirs. The Flaming Hot Mountain Dew. That was one that we tried.
One of my favorites, I have two more that I think are my favorites. One of my favorite Krispy Kreme food fights we did was when we had the mini pie donuts.
You like that one?
Hudson and I did that one. I really like those ones, but my favorite, I think, of the whole year was probably when we did the Wendy's hot honey chicken biscuit. Because I like when we actually eat. And so that one was a really good breakfast for me.
Yeah, I do like any time where we actually have like a full, like something we eat the whole thing of. That's always
The hot honey
exciting.
chicken biscuit was fire, and since it's been out, I've gotten it before. Like when I've went to Wendy's post that, I've even gotten it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
There's quite a few Oreos. So again, if you go to RadioU Riot, just go to the playlist on our YouTube channel. You'll see the food fight. I remember you did not like the taco truck jelly beans.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Those are bad.
Those were there. We tried. Yeah, I see the Nitro Pepsi one, the icy cookies. Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
They were kind of like Oreos, but it was the blue and the cherry flavor. So there's a ton.
A bunch of good ones. So many good ones. We
We've
had the
had a
Eggo
lot.
Pop-Tarts. You guys remember those?
Was that this year?
That was this year.
Wow, that feels forever
That was the
ago, but
very
those were
beginning of this
great.
year, but those were
great.
really good.
The mac and cheese ice cream we tried. That was
yeah.
earlier too.
Our stomachs have been through a lot. Now, I hate to leave this on a sour note, but you want to know which one, looking through, really made me upset to
Which one?
remember?
Which one?
The Wendy's French toast sticks.
Yep, I saw that one and thought the same
Remember
thing.
how much those sucked?
Yes.
I feel like we should try it again because when we had it, it was the very first day they came out. And honestly, I feel like the person who made them burnt them and didn't care about them.
No, did not care.
They just weren't good.
But
Yeah,
do you
those
think
were
they
not
care
good.
now?
No, probably not, actually. It's
I
probably
don't
even
know.
worse.
I don't think there's any saving. Even if the person put all the love in the world into those, I don't think they
Can't
could.
save it. So
Well.
those are some of our bigger food fights from this past year.
And of course, you can always go check out that full playlist, RadioU Riot, on YouTube and Facebook.
Find more Riot content online. riot.radiou.com.
Happy Festivus.
Oh, it's
That's today, isn't it? December 23rd.
So again, Festivus was from a show called Seinfeld. And Chris, who works here at Radio U, used to be all like, I'm surprised. Like, I only know what I know from him. I'm surprised he's not going to bring a pole in today.
Yeah.
And have the Festivus pole.
The Festivus pole. He'll probably do some feats of strength. But
And I feel like he'll get mad at you if you don't know
If you don't know
Yeah.
enough, he will get mad at you.
I don't know if he'll get mad, but he'll look at you, he'll be very
Disappointed.
disappointed.
And that's not just, that's like if you have a friend who knows Friends, Seinfeld, The Office,
Yep.
and
Simpsons people sometimes with that.
and like you don't know enough about it, the shade that they'll give you is real.
They just constant references and you can't keep up. But the best part of Festivus that I think we should embrace is the airing of grievances. I think this can be a therapeutic moment for us.
Or it's ending on a wrong note. I mean, we're not in next week, guys. We can't hurt each other's feelings.
Well,
The
we still got
perfect
more
time.
we got more show today.
We all can
too.
brew on it over
right. We
over the
can
week.
take each other's grievances, take them with us, reflect, and think about how we can be better in the new year.
So what is the airing of grievances kind of like what ick is now? Mm-hmm. Like you're supposed to say what icks you about someone?
Yes.
Sure.
So is that it?
Sure. If that makes it work for you, then sure.
I can speak to me how I'll understand.
Okay. Yeah. It's an
Okay,
ick.
my
It's your
ick is
icks.
you're not listening.
So who wants to go first? Who's ready to lay into each other?
Isaiah, go ahead.
So some of my grievances of you guys, Hudson's voice is fake. What
are you talking about?
He does a whole fake voice. So if you guys ever meet him in person, his voice sounds nothing like this. He does this whole fake voice.
Do it. Do my regular voice.
Your regular voice. His voice sounds nearly 3 octaves higher. And whenever he comes on there, he does this super deep voice. It's incredible. I don't even know how he does it because for me, like I'm very
why don't you try to do
genuine.
that?
You know, I do my normal voice.
Genuine.
Hudson has this incredible radio voice that it's a little bit different when you meet him in person.
Is it kind of like?
Oh, yeah, Hudson. Ick. Okay, that's...
Do the real one. Show him
There
the
it
real
is.
one.
I don't know if I can. This is just how I talk.
Do the real one.
What do I say when I'm talking to my
do the
different
regular
voice?
voice.
What do
Why
I
don't
say?
you say one of your icks or your grievances?
Yeah.
And then you can just say it in what Isaiah thinks is your normal voice.
Yeah.
Isaiah comes in 10 minutes late every morning.
Whoa! That's not Nick. That's just an attack. I come anywhere between 3 and 12 minutes late every day.
It's just I'm nervous every day because I'm like,
How
what if
long
I have
have you
to
been
do the
waiting to
news or
say
something?
that?
What if I have to do?
What if I have to do the news?
What if I have to do something that's your job? It makes me worried every day.
But I always make it.
You all-
So, Isaiah, how was his voice when he delivered that
It was close.
Festivus
It was
airing of
close.
grievances to you?
That sounded similar to his real voice.
Okay, good. All right.
Can you top that, Nikki?
I don't
You
have
got
any. I mean, maybe
Really,
that.
you're completely
Nikki
satisfied.
for sure has so
I know.
many.
They're
She
much
has
meaner.
so many.
They're so much meaner
They're way
than
more
whatever we
hurtful
just
for
said.
sure. They're way more hurtful.
I know that's why I'm afraid I should never be that hurtful.
Exactly.
I don't think so. I mean, I would like to be the judge of your two guys' airing of grievances, and then I can go from there.
So now we can do ours of Nikki. Are you
No!
ready?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
got one?
What? Of course, I always have one.
Alright.
Okay, what is it?
So mine for Nikki is Nikki for sure thinks that me and Hudson are so dumb, and I can tell. She for sure thinks. I know there's times when I say things that in her real mind, like in her actual mind, she's like, "That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard."
Well, do you remember the one time, was it this year or last year, you thought, what was it about trees, that trees were alive?
I thought oysters were like
Oh, that's
trees.
it. Yes.
And the look on Nikki's face, I remember it vividly. Like she actually thought I was
Ian,
stupid.
what was the time recently where, not that I have other examples
Look at
because
her.
I
Here
don't
she
think you're
goes.
dumb, but what was the one time you thought Napoleon came to Florida
Yeah.
and then,
I thought he was here before Christopher Columbus or something. I can't remember. It was something like that. It was like it's discovered America.
and it's more just like I'm just watching you going like, oh no, wait, I think we're wrong. We have to stop. And
Yeah.
you just
You
are
plow right
100%
through.
sure that you are, but you're not dumb at all.
No, I'm
Neither
extremely
are you,
intelligent.
Hudson. No.
Any other ones, Hud?
Oh, hang on. Hudson has one.
He does.
I see it in his face.
Say it.
It's the seasons.
Go
Don't
ahead
be
and
mean.
say it.
I'm not going to be mean.
Go ahead and say it.
This is, I don't know why I hold on to this, but do you remember the time? It's not like something you do all the time.
Sure.
But do you remember the time we were talking about flip-flops?
Yeah.
And I said, you wear flip-flops. And you said, no, they're slides. And I said, what sound do they make when you walk?
You are so. Wait a minute. You held on to that?
Wow.
And that made me upset.
That made you
Because
really.
I was like, they do flip and flop.
Oh, Hudson. Oh, my gosh.
You were holding that for
bothered
that
you?
long?
Yeah, I still think about that
But
sometimes.
wait, but they really are slides. Like, that's the name of them.
But I know, but
I can
they
shuffle
are
in 'em.
flip-flops too.
Oh, we can't. We
You for sure
can't.
sliding them.
I don't know if I'm disappointed in you or not. That's what you came up with.
See, she is justified in thinking that we're really stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, I guess it's not so bad. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm calling it
I
what
mean,
it's
if
called.
I work with you every day for hours at a time, and that's the best I can come up with.
That's not bad.
That's pretty good.
That's not
right?
bad. Wow. Okay. So that is what then the airing of grievances is for Festivus.
And somehow Nikki gets off the hook.
Yeah.
I know.
It's good.
That's
I'm
my
j-
grievance with you. Is that you aren't even going to tell us what we're doing
You know,
wrong.
I'm kind of glad she's not, because I know Nikki's would for sure hurt our feelings.
No.
For sure.
Boy, I really appreciate you guys.
Likely story. Likely story.
It is.
I love this holiday.
The Riot's X-rays just came in, and they all got that dog in them. Radio U.
We're warming up now because you were saying today's Festivus.
It's Festivus,
It's this
yeah.
thing from the Seinfeld thing. And it's also, Merry Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't have any airing of grievances. But I now thought of one because in a couple of minutes we're going to taste test a cereal that we have not yet had a chance to do during this holiday season.
All
and
right,
I,
Nikki,
I
don't
think
hold
my,
back.
my grievance is, or my ick with Isaiah is you always forget to bring them out.
I didn't even know we were like doing
He
this.
told you to bring the milk
You
today.
never said that. You never said
I
that.
did too.
No, you
Nikki
did not.
remembers. Nikki remembers.
I don't remember you saying that.
Now, would you own up to the fact that you have on other occasions forgot the milk when we do a cereal food
Yes,
fight?
I did. The most recent time, I forget what we were even trying, but I forgot the milk. I did bring it in one time.
One time.
One out
I
of
forget
all.
how many times we've had
That
it.
wasn't for a
tried.
cereal food fight. That was for
Oreo.
Pepsi.
Oh, was it
and
Pepsi?
milk.
Yeah.
Yes, the Pilk one I didn't bring, right?
Isaiah,
brought
that
Yes.
was last week.
Yeah, that was last week. I forgot
Yeah,
it.
it was
But
just a few days ago.
maybe we just need to keep a gallon at all times. I mean, what is
But
the
they go
the
bad
hurt?
too quickly.
But if it's in there, I'll drink it.
then
Like,
why
I'll
don't you
drink it.
just keep it stocked?
Well, yeah, how much money am I supposed to put in that fridge, all right? I feel like I'm feeding the whole community here.
With what?
With milk?
With milk. So, do you want to give us a second? We'll come back and we're going to do, is it the Elf on the Shelf cereal for this year?
Yeah, this is. I remember when I picked this out at the store. They have 2 Elf on a Shelf that are normally out that they've done the last few years, and then this was the third, the bonus flavor for this year that's brand new.
I
And
don't mind.
so-
I don't mind cereal without milk, so it's
Me
not a
either.
big deal.
Yeah, we'll see how it works. So we'll try the new Elf on the Shelf cereal just in time for Christmas.
And it's because it's our last item we left over there, and we've forgotten to do this
Yeah,
entire
well,
Christmas season.
I was gonna say that when like you go to your fridge, your pantry, or whatever, and there's always like a couple things, and you always choose
the other stuff.
the other stuff, and there's one thing that just keeps in there. You bought it, you're like, I'm gonna eat this one day, and you never choose it, and you know you never will.
We're doing it now.
That's what this Elf on the Shelf cereal was, but we don't want to be wasteful, so we're getting rid of it now.
We're honestly like, just the rest of today and 2 days away from, you wouldn't even pick it up.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is the last day we can do it. We're not going to do it
Unless
next
this
week.
is amazing. Nobody's gonna eat this on January 3rd.
No.
So.
Add a little Riot to your Instagram feed. Follow at Radio U Official. The Riot. Radio U.
That's-
At least we saved something good for last. Like, maybe our best food fight yet? I don't know.
Going
I
out
don't
on a
know.
high note.
I feel like we left it. We've had this for maybe a month or so.
Probably,
And
yeah.
we just kept forgetting about it, but we want to get our last food fight in before Christmas.
Now, coming soon to an Ollie's near you, the Elf on a Shelf magically cooling version of their cereal. They've got a few different cereals. Like they put out Elf on a Shelf cereals for a couple of years now.
We had some, I think it was last year or the year before, because they had like a chocolate marshmallow one.
Right?
yeah.
And isn't one supposed to be like sugar cookie maybe?
Yep, we
Yeah.
tried the sugar cookie one. Yep.
underwhelming.
I think you're
right?
just agreeing.
No, I remember
You
trying
do?
those.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember trying them.
And they're not particularly good, are they?
No.
But maybe this one will be different.
So it's basically just star shapes, and then there's marshmallows. They might be snowballs if you're going with the theme.
They
Yeah.
really look like the marshmallows you'd get in your hot chocolate.
And they're
when-
not
It
soft.
does.
Have you
Yeah.
touched them?
It
They're,
does.
Yeah.
they're pretty hard.
And it's the exact same ones probably that are
I
in there.
believe that it is.
It says they're North Pole snow cream cereal with marshmallows.
They're dehydrated.
And it says magically cools your mouth as you eat.
So the marshmallow or the cereal like stars?
We can't be sure. I think the marshmallows.
The marshmallows, okay.
It's on the
So
marshmallow
should we
in the
try?
picture.
Should we try a star first and then
Yeah.
try a
Just
marshmallow?
star. I mean, we've got
Oh.
plenty of them.
Also, Elf on the Shelf cereal. Just to let you know, you could make your marshmallows a bit bigger and a bit more because
Yeah.
it is hard to find them if they're the main feature of it. Oh, that's and we don't have milk, so we're just having the cereal dry. Wow.
I mean, it's not. It's
There's
not
a lot.
horrible.
There's not a lot of flavor though.
No. That's. I mean, you could put that on a child's high chair and let them twiddle it around. They'd probably be fine.
Oh, okay.
All right, you want to eat it together? I mean,
try
there's
the
not enough
marshmallow?
marshmallows to eat on their own.
Hmm.
That's just a hot chocolate marshmallow
Wow.
you'd get in a Swiss Miss.
Does it have a cooling effect though? I don't really.
I didn't get a cooling effect from either.
I feel like you have to eat way more.
And I think that's what it's supposed to. The difference of this one is that it's supposed to cool and the other ones don't.
So
and
this
I don't
is
feel
the
cooler at all.
Elf on the Shelf, the new cereal for this season. Okay, Isaiah, just because it's you, could you put your hand in and get a big bite and just like
What? That's more of a Hudson style.
no,
I
someone,
got a handful here.
Yeah, he's got a
someone
huge
try-
one.
Someone try a giant handful and make sure you get more marshmallows to see.
I don't know if that's.
Like I felt like
attainable.
are we supposed to feel like we're at the North Pole or what?
I know.
Or
It's
like-
supposed to be cool in the mouth. Like,
after
what
you
a
chew-
wild
after
assumption.
you chew gum.
Yeah.
Like winter mint
Oh,
gum.
yeah.
I'm
Take a
trying to
nice-
get a big handful. I also don't want to make them.
Get your hand all in there. Yeah. Radio
Is
U
this good?
staff, feel
Yeah.
free to enjoy the cereal when we're done. As we went fishing.
How did I
season.
get this whole handful? I still have
No
No marshmallows. Ridiculous.
This is outrageous. This
But
is
then don't
outrageous.
bother.
Yeah.
Don't bother.
Dump it back in there. We're boycotting
Forget it.
Elf on the Shelf.
So, all right, the disappointment being, it's
I
just
don't
like
even
any.
see. Oh, I see one marshmallow.
It's like a holiday cereal, any of the other types, but the marshmallows are so tiny, and if they're supposed to be the cooling sort of thing, you won't even notice it.
No chance. There's so
Imagine
few
if you
in
had
there.
milk with this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to taste
it.
anything.
No, the flavor's pretty weak. I don't even know what it is, but it's weak.
I'm trying.
What do you got?
I
Yeah.
don't. Can you hear me chewing?
Is there
slightly.
nothing?
Does it bother you?
No, I
Well,
like it.
you know. it
It's
is-
not really cooling.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Ridiculous.
All right, thumbs down.
Well, go
I
throw
mean,
the
actually-
box. Go throw the box away. Just- go throw it.
Go, get it out of here.
Nobody wants this anyways.
No one's gonna
Especially when we
eat
have
it.
no milk.
That's going to
Milk's
be.
not helping this, all right?
I promise you, that will be here when we come back Monday after New Year's. That
Oh,
box
you're
will
right.
still
We
be
can try
here.
this again next year.
We could. Just bring the milk in.
Hudson, Nikki, The Riot on Radio U.
Are we ready to own up to our worst takes of 2022?
I feel like I want to hear your guys' options first. Because, like, how are we going here? Are we like, I can't believe we agreed with that story or what?
All right.
Or like, I can't believe I did that this year?
Yeah. Isaiah, why don't you lead us off?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
I think some of my lower moments this year, it's probably some of my worst takes. There was that one month where I was talking about how we all just shouldn't wear underwear anymore.
What, you giving up on that?
forgot that.
It's not that I've given up on it. I think there's a time and a place, but it's the winter time now. You know, it's cold outside.
Have you moved on?
And yeah, I've moved. I mean, I'm wearing underwear religiously now. I wear jeans every day, but there was that portion of time where I was showing up all the time without underwear.
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah.
a rough moment for me.
It feels like that's some growth there. Like we're really
Yeah.
having some improvements.
One that I think might have been a bad take to some, but I still stand by it because I still do it religiously. And this, I even did it this past weekend. I do it probably like once or twice every month or so. Is my how I sip steal from the gas station. I have not backed off that.
That is your
Okay.
worst take.
I still
That was
stand on
real
that.
bad.
So if you don't know, Isaiah goes into gas stations and he'll take a little cup, take a little sippy sip, and then throw the cup away.
I actually did it this past weekend.
It's not even free.
I felt bad a little bit this past weekend because there was a guy standing in line behind me with the cup, and he watched me walk away after throwing it away, and I looked at him, and he gave me a kind of like a side smirk, you know, like, really, dude?
You know what you should do is just bring in like your own little small tiny cup, and then that way if you're going to take a sip, at least you're not wasting
their plastic cups.
The cups
or just stick your mouth directly
underneath it, just pull it down, just have like a little bit.
I think I'd rather him steal the cup.
Yeah. Those are some of my worst takes. Also, when this isn't a bad take, but just another bad moment of mine was when I was caught using the women's restroom at RadioU. That was a bad moment. I still think that's up for grabs, though. And then
I used the women's restroom the other day.
I use it all the time. And then my worst take.
You know what happened? Was it yesterday?
Was yours closed?
I came downstairs looking for Isaiah. From upstairs, where the bathrooms were both open.
We have upstairs bathrooms and downstairs bathrooms.
I came downstairs looking for Isaiah. Couldn't find him. I believe he was in the men's bathroom. And then I was like, well, I still am going to stay down here, and I need to go to the bathroom. I'm not going to go all the way back upstairs and then come all the way back downstairs while I wait for Isaiah. So I went in the women's bathroom.
Good for you.
Yeah, is that a problem?
I think it's a good moment for you.
You remember when we said our icks earlier about each other, and then I finally remembered an Isaiah one?
Yeah.
Maybe that's my ick for you. It's not. Just go back upstairs.
And then I had this question. Is it respectful of me when I use the women's restroom to sit down?
No.
Don't say it. Don't sit down.
I stand.
Don't sit down.
It's worse if I sit down?
It is.
Why?
Don't put your butt on the seat.
I treat it equal. I treat it equal.
That's the problem
But
I
see,
have.
I'm just concerned. I don't want to splash things anywhere.
But still, it feels like it's really invasive.
It feels like you're really in there.
Yes.
If you're sitting
and
down
you're not
on it.
allowed to, like, I don't want to be gross, but you can't do everything, okay?
Yeah, you can't do everything.
No, I don't do everything in the women's bathroom.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely not.
there's at least some.
I would have gone back upstairs if I
you
needed
had
to.
to.
Yeah.
For sure.
Out of respect. But see, I just want to be respectful, and that's why I didn't know.
If you want
Should
to
I
be
sit? Should I
respectful,
stand?
you should not go into the women's restroom.
I like it in there. It smells good.
And there's more space, I think. I feel.
is.
And every time I walk next to your guys' bathroom, there's noises, like from the urinal or from the stuff.
There's always something happening in
There's
there.
always something happening. Like, does it ever stop?
I don't know what that's
Does the
about.
water ever stop cycling?
I don't know. Just a rougher atmosphere.
I also hold my breath when I go past. It's like when you go drive through a tunnel. I'm superstitious.
Well,
You know
yeah.
what? I honestly think maybe Isaiah's was just enough for us.
I think, no, don't worry. I can point out one for Hudson. Hudson
okay.
once said that July 4th was a superior holiday to Christmas.
Yeah,
and
you
I
know
still
what?
think that's the worst take of the
You're
year.
right.
I stand by that.
I
On
think
Christmas
it's the worst
Eve,
one.
I knew I was going to get some blowback for that, and I stick with that.
Okay, but
That is the truth.
I think these are all good, guys. These were all
Yeah.
good stuff. Good times for you guys pulling these up
Yeah.
I know.
about yourself.
Somehow
Just a
Nikki
bunch of
made it
embarrassing-
through an entire year. No bad takes.
Yay.
It's because she can just make fun of our bad ones.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think out of the whole year, my most disappointing thing is basically losing my voice for so long.
Oh, yeah.
And
The
still
tough
having
moment.
to come in.
Yeah, that's
But,
right.
you know, I appreciate you guys filling in when you could.
I hope you recover one day.
Oh, nope, never going to happen. Nope.
The words too expensive aren't in Nikki's vocabulary. This is The Riot. Radio U.
All right, we've done a lot of, throughout the show today, we're doing a lot of looking back on 2022. But the next time we're here, it's going to be 2023. Mm-hmm. We've got to start planning ahead. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right?
That is right.
So what can we do in 2023? What do we hope to accomplish? What are we going to do better?
Do you want like resolutions or something?
It doesn't have to be a resolution.
Is it a show,
Sometimes I don't
personally?
I don't like putting labels on things.
But it is a resolution.
But it could be a resolution.
Okay.
But see, when a resolution, here's the thing with resolutions: when you then drop the resolution one time,
Yeah.
then it's just gone. But if it's like, I'm gonna work on this in 2023.
Oh, I like that
Yeah,
better.
you're gonna work on it.
That's
and then
smart.
You
Okay.
continue. You want that makes you want to continue to improve as the year goes by.
Honestly,
you guys
that's
have ideas?
That's genius right there, because then it takes the pressure off.
I should be a motivational speaker.
Hudson, I mean, chills. Okay.
Yeah.
We got chills. I hate, though, I feel like it's always cliche, because every time this season rolls around, then you're like, what? I pledge or promise, or I will try to spend less money.
Yeah.
Or my one was always like, I got to drink more water or go to sleep earlier or work out more. Like there's only so many to choose from. So I feel like it's hard.
So you don't have any.
Those were the ones. I got to do them all.
right.
It's the same ones. Yeah.
You're going to drink more water than you already do?
No, I don't. It's an illusion.
Just because you carry around a big water jug all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of water in there all the time, but it's never getting
You're
drank.
not constantly refilling it.
No.
I think you think I'm drinking more. I even bring in mini cups to
Convince herself that she's going through a lot.
But I just never finish it. And then the rest of the day, I'm worthless. I just need more.
All right. Isaiah, you got anything?
Good question. For me, I would say I want to have more money,
Yeah.
as do most people.
Of course.
So I'm trying.
So wait,
How
you
can
want
you
to
work on
make
that?
more money or you want to save money so then you have more money that way?
I haven't really figured that part out yet.
Are you asking for a raise?
I'm not asking for a raise. I think with my mind, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spend less money so that I can have more money. So that's my plan right now, spending less money.
That means you can't eat out as much.
I know, that's it. That's the craziest part. I don't know if I can do it, but I'm going to try. And I think that, as well as like, oh, this is for sure my year to get a girlfriend. There's no way.
It's gotta be.
So by the time we come back next
How
year.
will you take her out then?
I know, right? How am I going to get a girlfriend
Those
if I'm
two
saving
can't
money?
go hand in hand.
You're right, that won't work.
You need to find a girlfriend who is pledging to like not spend money the whole month of January.
See, I was thinking I would get a girlfriend who's super rich and she would just pay for everything.
Nikki,
But
if
one
he
of the
finds
two.
a girlfriend that's not going to spend money, that means he has to
actually,
spend even more money.
That's right.
Either way. Either way.
You know, I see the holes in our resolutions,
Yeah.
but it's all right. We have good intentions.
I don't know why, because for mine, I was also thinking money. I think,
I thought you were going to say a girlfriend. I was like, hey, I like your style, all right?
A bold choice.
Yeah, it's a bold move, Kyle. We'll see how it plays out for you.
I'm a lot of times a very organized guy, but it's only when like I really care. And so when it comes to stuff I don't care about, like just how I spend my money, I just don't pay attention to it.
Sure.
So I need to organize. I need to actually really focus on a budget in the new year. And here's another one that's more fun. I need to have a really good vacation in 2023.
Oh, now
You do.
that's a
Yeah,
good one.
because this year, my
Don't you
Gatlinburg
dare go
vacation-
see family.
Yeah, well,
No offense, Hudson's family.
yeah. But
need
no,
a- yeah, you need a
I
good one.
dropped the ball on doing like a big, more fun vacation in 2022. So 2023 is my year. I'm gonna do something.
Any
that's
ideas?
A real vacation. Maybe we'll do Vegas. Vegas is a possibility. Maybe we'll go. What else is there? Maybe New Orleans.
That's
Maybe
a good
we'll
one.
go to. We might go back to Gatlinburg. I really did enjoy it going there. So I don't know if you got any ideas, suggestions. Throw them my way, but that's some of the stuff we're leaning towards. I also have, this would be combining the two. You brought this up before. Family near Jacksonville.
Oh, in Florida?
Yeah, so maybe you knock out two birds with one stone and take care of that.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
I love that one.
All right.
Well, that's it.
It all starts now.
Starts
we
to-
don't-
actually, we have a week to
No,
eat
we
as
don't have
much
to
out
worry
as we
about
want,
it.
you know?
To keep being irresponsible with money. Yeah.
Listen,
One more week.
We're doing our Worst of Riot next week, our Worst of Riot 2022. So we'll see you right after we're done with that. So then we can be our best that we can be.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot. Radio U.
You've long since submitted your Christmas list. And now, in these last few moments, is when the truth comes out of what do you really hope you find under the tree on
For a
Christmas
gift?
Day?
Yeah.
What are you really hoping to see when you unwrap your gifts this Sunday morning? Anybody? Anyone?
Well, I hate mine because I don't want to come off as like, it's not shallow, but like I'm more practical. I really.
Well, anytime you're listing things, you hope other people bought you. You're,
It
either
is
you're
that.
going to sound like you have everything, or you're, I don't know. Like if you want big stuff
Yeah.
that you would never buy for yourself probably ordinarily, that's one thing. Or if you want a bunch of small stuff, it's just like dream big. Come on, it's Christmas. You
Come
want
up with
$20
something.
stuff? Yeah.
I just tend to never find actual items that I can think of in the heat of like the Christmas moment.
Yeah.
So I love getting a good like a gift card at Christmas, and then that way I can just go look at stuff and just have fun after Christmas.
So you're hoping for gift cards.
So I
She
hope for
wants
gift
money
cards
is what she
or,
wants.
yeah.
Mom and Dad. I'll be happy to say it. Normally my mom, when we were younger, is like, oh, would you like a bunch of like toys or things like that? And I was just always more practical. I was like, hey, just, give me some cash and I'll save it because that's what we're doing next year.
Right.
We're saving money.
Being responsible.
But it's not as fun when you don't have an it item to ask for.
Yeah.
But I think that's about it.
Do you have anything on your list, Isaiah?
See, I did make a Christmas list. I'm not sure if I'll get anything that's on it. But in the past 24 hours, I've found a lot of things that I want, but now it's too late to ask for them.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not going to get them. But some of the things that I was really hoping for, as in the past day, that I'm not going to get under my tree, I just found a really nice necklace that I was like, oh, dang, that looks really good. My mom definitely would have got me this if I asked
Does he
for it.
look like a necklace guy to you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Like a chain.
A chain.
A chain,
I
yeah.
don't know, I
Maybe
can't
your mom will
picture
get
that.
I wear it on the
cash, too.
weekends. It's another one of the things you never get to see.
Right. It'll be covered by your hoodie anyways.
Yeah, exactly. So that was something I found the last 24 hours that I want, but I'm not going to get. Any other things? I need a new fob for my car, so my car alarm doesn't go off every time I open the door.
I wonder because it went off 3 times.
Yeah, so
And I was like,
that's
why?
awesome.
What's wrong with your car?
Yeah,
But
I
it's
lost
the-
my key fob, so every
That
time
would've
that
been a great thing to
I
put on your
manually
list.
open it,
That's
Yeah.
so practical.
it goes off
Stupid.
every single time.
I never
So even
thought
when
to
you
put that on
leave
my
so
list
early in the
either.
morning at home,
it will go off every single time.
Oh, that must be bad.
Yeah, it really stinks. I can't really sneak out of anywhere because my alarm starts honking.
See,
Okay, wait, I got to say one thing. I had a delivery the other day on Friday, and upstairs we have a wonderful person, Karen, who's here, and she was so kind to sign for the delivery for me. And your office is up there, and so I came back to come pick it up. But when I pulled in, Eric left to go walk upstairs to grab the item, and he took my keys with him. And when certain cars, your keys leave your car.
Oh, yeah.
My horn honks 2 or 3 times, and Karen comes. I can see her in her office come down.
No.
And I felt so bad because it looked like I honked at her.
You're like, Karen, come on.
You got it out here or what? Come
Yeah.
on. We got
And
to
I'm sitting out here.
because it wasn't just one honk. It was like beep beep beep.
Oh, no.
She looked out the window and you see her start trotting down.
Yes,
The nerve.
And Karen is so kind.
Yeah, she's the
of
nicest
course she
lady.
would. But when those
Wow.
3 honks came out of my car, I was like, no.
Nikki looked like a spoiled rotten brat.
I did.
Like the number one sign that the gal in an 80s movie is with a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And Nikki's doing it.
And I mean, I was already making Eric go in and get it for me. So okay, your beeping thing reminded me of that.
Yeah, that would have been a great thing to ask for. I lost my keys last Thanksgiving, over a year ago. And so now me and my wife, for our one car, we only have one set of keys.
That's
And it's
good.
$80 to replace the
But
key.
boy, that does feel
I
adult,
should have
doesn't
put.
it?
Yeah, that would. I mean, that wouldn't be fun to get, but it would be nice
incredible.
to have
I'd be
all
so
year.
happy.
My thing was my extravagant item that I don't know if anybody purchased for me is a solo stove.
Oh, I almost sent you. They were on sale on Amazon.
Are they?
Yeah, it was like a deal of the day.
Dang, that would have been.
Maybe there's still a
Then
sale.
I'd have 2 of them, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, this is way lower tier, but I'd also really like to have a Scentsy thing, like a wax melter for my room. We talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
To put right beside my bed so I can just smell
Why don't you
delicious
just
smells on
put
it.
some candles on top of the solo stove in your room? And
Well,
There
that
you
doesn't
go.
sound safe
You
at all. It's a
double
fire
down.
hazard.
What if you just hope not to
I'm
die?
going to
No.
burn the house down
You
because
need
I
one
want it
of
to
those.
smell good while I sleep.
Hudson, I'm just problem solving for you. Could you
Yeah.
accept?
I hope you get one of those. I have a diffuser that's in my bedroom, and I have it going every night, and it smells so
You
good.
guys have more candles than I do.
I know. It smells so good.
If I come in on Monday in the new year and I'm all refreshed, it's not because of the vacation. It's because I got a wax melter that's making my room smell real nice while I sleep.
And hopefully a key fob.
Yes, hopefully.
You've made it all the way to the end of the Worst of the Riot. This show only exists because of support from listeners like you. Find out more and help out at radiou.com/donate.